Hey guys, Fire here from InDepth Gaming, bringing you another game review. This time we're checking out GraviFire. This game was developed by the Potato Company and published by Sometimes You, and releases on March 3rd, 2021 for a price of $4.99. If you do get to watch this review prior to release, you can save 20% as it is $1 off. So what is GraviFire? GraviFire is just a basic puzzle level game. It features 50 levels. There's technically 51 as there's just a little kind of subtle things for playing level while you're playing through the game. The puzzles are actually fairly challenging, but there are a lot of guides already out there for the game, plus the game also features this skip level option. Now, I've said in prior puzzle game reviews, I don't like things that show you the solution, and I don't like puzzles that will give away everything, if that makes any sense. So what I like with how GraviFire handled this situation is they present you with this skip level option. So you get 5 of them during your playthrough, and that's all you get. So while you play the game, you can decide to skip the levels that are really challenging, but you have to pick and choose as you go through while playing the game. Now, the puzzles are honestly fairly challenging, and a lot of the times it can be situational where once you screw one thing up, you're not really ever going to get a redo. So you have to figure out the best way to approach every one of your puzzles while trying not to fail them, and then just progressing through there. So the skip level option looks something like this, where you just hit skip level, then you're set on a cooldown for 10 minutes, and then you can kind of rinse and repeat. And the cool mechanic that this game uses is gravity. I don't know why they call it GraviFire, because there's no fire in the game whatsoever, but the game is a gravity-based puzzle game. You can move these boxes up, down, left, and right. It kind of looks like you're looking at top-down, but realistically it's lower level, higher level, because there's gravity going up, down, left, and right. You have to maneuver these boxes around as you play the game and get them to land in specific slots while you're playing. And it can be a little challenging to do so when you're playing this game, because one slight mishap causes the puzzle to just be impossible to finish. And while it can be really fun to try to do these puzzles, as you can see here, I made the mistake of moving. There's no redo. You have to start over. So there's a lot of trial and error while playing this game and trying to figure out how to really go about all the puzzles. I would say a majority of the difficulty in the puzzles in this game honestly lie in about the last 20 levels. The first 30 levels are fairly simple. But as you can see here, I'm just going to pick a random later level. They get into some pretty complex things, introducing brand new mechanics such as these things, sliding gears that are gravity controlled that you can't really push. You can block, but you have to figure out your best way to circumvent the levels that way. As well as even in far later levels, you have so many blocks that you have to manipulate through that it can be honestly overwhelming at times. And if you're not a big puzzle person, it can be very tricky. Some of my favorite levels have been these little laser levels that you'll actually see in the game, because they're just a little bit unique, and for me, I like that style of playing the game, where you have to figure out how to trigger certain buttons and really find the best way to get all the puzzles to line up properly. Now, it can be something as simple as making just a couple moves to complete out a very complex puzzle, down to some really challenging systems. As you can see here, this puzzle here, we've already failed because these little spikes grabbed our block and won't let it go. So there's nothing we can do. And I like how the game is constantly introducing you to new stuff, but it doesn't do it so fast that it gets overwhelming and overbearing. As for a puzzle game, I think GraviFire is a really fun, really good puzzle game. If I have to give this game any type of a rating, I'm going to give it about a 7 out of 10. I love the price point that it comes into. Sometimes you've been doing pretty decent with their puzzle games lately, and I can really appreciate it. Just a fun, casual puzzle game for under $5. If you are interested in picking the game up, we've got a link down in the description. If you have any questions about the game, as always, let us know down in the comments. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Stay tuned in to see what we have coming out next. I hope you all have a great day.